What's attracting people?
How you going, guys? I haven't recorded in about a week or so. We took this out to Archfield and it actually rained, so we didn't actually get any footage. We recorded like loading it up and stuff, and I thought there's no point in making a video because I didn't have any footage of drifting because it was raining. The hydro handbrake worked pretty good. I just got to tighten up a screw and mount it properly. Matsuri is this weekend coming, so it's currently like Friday, so it's next week. But this car's pretty good. I replaced the fuel pump with another one because I was having a little fuel problems, so try that, put it in the Aeroflow. It was like a Japanese one, the other one. But I've actually got a spare car from Matsuri just in case anything happens to this, because I've only taken it out once. So I found out a few faults with it, but it's good to have a bit of a spare, I guess, anyway. So if you come up here, anyway, so I picked this up the other day. It's a 2003, all the bird's quite loud, Nissan 350Z. Pretty much completely stock, only thing on it is the wheels. So today, all we're going to do is weld the diff. I've got some new diff fluid as well, so just a random cat. So what we're going to do is planning on to welding this diff, and if anything goes wrong with the Z, I can still hit the skid pan and do the whole pretty much QR. It is auto, but it'll be fine. I can lock the transmission in gear and she'll bloody rip. Seen heaps of videos of them. But yeah, the Z looks pretty good. I've got a few spare tyres for it, so I don't know if I'll go through too many. I've got, worst comes to worst, I can use the ones on the Z as well. I've got four stockies over there plus the ones that are on it. But yeah, we'll pull the car into the and we'll start pulling it apart. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to jack it up, pull the rehousing off the diff. That's pretty much it. Drain the fluid into a pan. Got to do a few little plates and we'll start welding it up. So I'll see you there. Oh yeah, so the diffs are actually not going to be able to get welded in the car, so I'm going to have to pull the whole diff out, unfortunately. A couple I've done been able to access it from in the car, but it's actually got the subframe covering it, so I'm going to have to undo the tail shaft, the axles and the mounts to the subframe, drop the diff out and weld it outside the car, I guess. So I'll get on to undoing the bolts. Hello there. So we've got the axles off and we've got the drive shaft disconnected. This is just an ABS sensor, I'm pretty sure, or a traction control sensor, which goes into the back of these axles. It's like some kind of, might be a speedo, to be honest. Might be a speedo. Yeah, it's a speedo. So I'm just going to disconnect that, undo this bolt on the back, which is a rear subframe mount, and these two front mounts over here, and the diff should just drop out, and then we'll be able to drain it. Obviously this is a vicious LSD, which a lot of people don't weld. Some people do. The only reason they don't weld it is because if you look in here, you have 4 of these little holes. So usually people weld the open diffs because the centers are a lot bigger and it's easy to weld. But you can actually weld these and they work just as good. A lot of people you can go get them shimmed, but then again, you won't have that locking 24/7. So what I'm gonna do is just weld the spider gears up in here fully, weld all in here. I'm going to weld all 4 spider gears, and it'll just work exactly the same as a open diff that you weld the centers on. So right now I'm just going to degrease it out and start welding it. So you just got to make sure you clean it really well so your welds bind and you don't get any contaminants, but you will get still contaminants unless you pull it out of the casing and heat it up and everything. But yeah, all I'm going to do is degrease it. I might put the MAP gas on it and try and heat it up a bit so the welds penetrate a bit better, but right now I'll just clean it out and get this cleaned up as I can. Okay, you dodgy bastards. And Kelly. So, got it all cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is hit it with MAP gas for a while. It's still got a bit of, as you can see, a bit of flammable liquids in there. Heat the center up. So when you weld it, the metal's already pretty hot. So when you weld, the actual penetration of the weld isn't trying to heat it all up. This will already be hot, so it should melt the metal together a lot easier. So that's the idea of it. But right now I'm just going to heat it up. Get my welder switched on low wire speed on a high setting. So because what you want to do is actually melt the metal, and then or maybe even a medium setting. But what you want to actually do is melt the spider gears together. That's the whole point of it. And then probably fill all these up and should be sweet. So we'll get into that. Alright. Very nice. Let's weld the diff. In here, that's just welded at the moment. There's just heaps of spider gears. At the moment it's just got heaps of flux. It's off on the outside from welding. But pretty much you pretty much just weld the edges of the spider gears together, and then you just fill it up and weld the whole thing to the casing, so it's all just one big piece that spins. So I've done one, that's the second one. I've got one left to do after that. So after that I'll show you the finished product, and then we'll put the casing back on and should be able to put it back in the car. Just finished welding the diff up. There was like 4 holes you could weld up, so I only did 3. I left one because I got to the 3rd one and my welder kept overheating, so I was like, oh, can we bother? It should be plenty. It's only like low horsepower car, and yeah. Anyway. So we've got it back together, RTV'd it up, it's filled back up. Just gonna roll it in, hopefully pop it back in. What is up guys, today we're continuing on working on the 300ZX. Last night I don't think I ended the video, so actually got the diff back in the 350. Works bloody mint. I've been driving around all day picking stuff up for the other Z. So just now I just picked up these pieces of, what are they? Galvanized steel from Bunnings. They're like 30 bucks a pop, and they're about perfect size for each door card. It's got to trim them a little bit. So one of the prerequisites at QR is to have door cards. So apparently one year someone got hit in the door and like the metal off it stabbed them. So what we're going to do is just cut them out to size and screw them on so we have door cards. Just got to tidy up a few other things, mount the hydro properly. Kelly's finished the harness bar, so I'll show you that quickly. I welded it in last week and she just went and drilled the holes in it today, painted it up and finished it off. So I'll just show you that. Just pretty much, that's it. I've kind of finished the fuel system. Put a new pump in there. Only thing I have to finish off is actually, if Kelly stops banging for a second, the only thing I have to finish off is just pull these out, and I've actually just got to put some rubber on there so it doesn't, I don't really want the metal to metal on that. I'm sure if it grounds out or whatever it does. this bit here, I want to change this to a bigger size inlet, because at the moment it's only 1/2 inch or whatever it is. Also just have to put a breather hose on this one back to this line here. But apart from that, that's pretty much all finished. The seats, Kelly cut all these plates. I drilled holes out in them, so they just have to go underneath the seats to support it a bit better. And then just the hydro bracket needs to be mounted up properly, but apart from that, the car's pretty much ready. The Z's pretty much ready. I went and took it for a little test drive last night, did some doughies, worked pretty mint. So right now, Kelly's just pulling the window out over there, and what I'm going to do is just probably mock these up and cut them and get ready to screw them on. Righto guys, so just finished installing the door cards. So it's just a metal covering pretty much. And there's the other side, pretty legit. They look really good, they came out really well. Cut them really straight. Those self-tapping screws, they just got a small head on them, so they look quite good. Doors closement. I just haven't got any handles on the inside because I just didn't want to have to cut them out or anything. It's got the handles on the outside, no windows, so you can open it from the outside. But that's pretty much the setup I'm running at the moment. It's got the brides in there. Barrel's relocated to underneath there, so it has no lock on it, so you don't need a key. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to record for this episode. I've been working on these two cars with Kelly for like since yesterday night. Didn't finish the welder diff till 10:30, so yeah, just trying to get everything finished. I've got a few days off next week to work on it before Matsuri, so, but it's pretty dialed. This is the harness bar. This is, I showed you already, but that's pretty much what it looks like. Fuel cell. We haven't really had a chance to do anything else on the outside. We've been so busy. I still have to work out, because I went drifting last time, I have to work out what we're going to do with the lock stops on it. But no, apart from that, it's all pretty good. But I should bring another episode out probably next week or something like that. Keep you updated on what we've done. But I think we only got a few little things to tidy up. Just got to bolt the seats down properly. So, make sure my fuel issues are resolved. Gotta get a few parts of that, and we'll see how the Z's gonna go. I still got to take it, trying to work out a few little things with that, but it's only a backup if there's something goes wrong with the Z. But hopefully this thing stays strong all weekend and we have a good time. But anyway, that's all for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, just leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Wicked or weakness, you gotta see this. Yeah. Hey, I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. Finesse a nigga with some counterfeits, but now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my account.